Hello everyone, you are on the Player Review Team channel. Eden Hazard and Antonio Di Natale were bright and prolific players of their time, whose cards definitely deserve your attention. Which one is better to pick in the new hero player pick and why? This is what we are going to figure out now. We start with the Udinese legend Antonio Di Natale, who has an average body type with a height of 170 centimeters and 4+4 stars. For the chemistry style, we recommend Hunter or Engine. The main advantage of the card is the gold finesse shot and trivela, although pinged pass is also useful. In the roles we have false 9++, advanced forward, and the ability to play as a left winger, although he will lack roles there. Guys, Weekend League already starts, which means it is time to grab the best rewards. If you thought about boosting your account and at the same time having the chance to watch the stream, write to us. Contact is in the video description. When playing with Di Natale, the first thing you notice is his solid pace despite lacking playstyles, although to break away, you need to use right stick push. And when lengthy defenders come into play, it becomes even more difficult. But Di Natale still feels fast and explosive, and after tough physical clashes, his reactions help him deal with chaotic situations. This is especially noticeable in those messy moments when the ball bounces from one player to another. In such episodes, his dribbling stats help a lot, which is why Di Natale often comes out on top. But due to the lack of first touch, it is better to wait half a second after receiving the ball and only then make a sharp turn in the needed direction. This way, you confuse your opponent and reduce the chance of a bad touch. In reality, the Italian definitely did not have any problems with first touch ball control. Although in the game, Antonio seems to have this very first touch anyway, because he practically did not make mistakes and could turn sharply upon receiving the ball. Here is a good example with a high quality touch, a quick setup, and a perfect angle for a finesse shot with his left, but we will get back to that later. For now, let's look at another confident touch inside the box and a left stick exit with another unstoppable finesse shot. There are no questions about his direct shots inside the box, but he clearly lacks technical because it becomes harder to shift and dribble one-on-one. Again, for a card without Trickster and without 5-star skills, R1 helps a lot to get into the finesse angle. But in Di Natale's case, you have to rely only on left stick and L1 to unbalance the defender. However, if the Italian gets the chance to shoot a finesse shot with his strong foot, it almost always ends predictably well. Everyone who watched Antonio play knows how deadly his shots were, including his curve shots. This is also transferred into FC26. Especially memorable was this long shot from an absurd distance. Although wait for Hazard's review, you will see something nice there too. Nevertheless, Di Natale is clearly superior to Hazard in finesse shots with his strong right foot. But what about the left? There is a nuance. Inside the box, these shots go in 9 out of 10. Why not 10? Because it depends on shot power input and body angle. For example, here, the body angle is fine, but the shot power is not fully applied, and the keeper is in that corner. All this is fixed by the game changer, that is Trivela, which is extremely useful for far post shots when cutting into the box from the right half space and for near post shots when entering from the left. Overall, a 4-star weak foot is definitely decent given his shooting stats. Besides with correct power input and precision, you can score finesse shots with his left even from outside the box. But the 4-star weak foot is still noticeable, especially when the ball hits the post before going in, which always hints at a bit of randomness. Another nuance is passing. His stats are fine, but he lacks key play styles. We are talking about incisive pass and tiki-taka. And while tiki-taka is less important for a striker, incisive pass is important. This is fixed by player lock. First, you manually create the correct passing angle. Second, the pass becomes stronger and more accurate. And in this episode, Di Natale even makes a trivela pass, although he does not have the inventive play style. So yes, player lock is a must for such cards. To sum up, Antonio Di Natale has decent pace and physicality, top-tier finesse shots with his right and solid ones with his left, as well as good sharpness on the left stick. He has a useful game changer for trivela shots with his strong foot, so you do not risk when shooting with his left at the near post. But he lacks technical, which makes it harder to get into finesse and trivela angles or beat your opponent after shifting. He seriously lacks the triangle. However, if you use player lock, this will not be a problem. But if you are used to Pina, then Di Natale will not be a revelation and may even disappoint. But if you are against girls in your squad, or Pina specifically, then that is different. At the same time, Rodrigo is not worse. He is only slightly weaker in physicality and in the advanced forward role, but he has the crucial triangle and technical, so in some aspects he even surpasses Di Natale. We should not forget about the Openda evolution, who also has the triangle and a 5-star weak foot. Yes, he does not turn as well on the left stick, but he has 2 pluses on the advanced forward role. And the recent Rashford is a favorite among many cards, so if you upgraded him similarly to ours and also gave him low driven shot, then you probably will not need anyone else soon. Now, Eden Hazard has a unique body type, 175 centimeters tall and 4+4 stars. For the chemistry style, we recommend Hawk. In the playstyles, we note a luxurious meta selection that many cards would envy. From the downsides, Hazard can only play on the left, but the inside forward role is a huge advantage. We start by saying Hazard is not one of the fastest wingers, but he is one of the most technical, and he can break away as well. But where he shines most is in unbalancing defenders, thanks to incredible left stick control and the gold technical playstyle. Making quick micropauses and weaving makes it difficult for opponents to predict your next move. This is extremely useful for your strikers who wait for a pass from the flank into the center for another cutback. Eden is very responsive, has high skill move speed, a useful trickster for getting into finesse angles, and genuinely explosive R1 dribbling. If anything, Hazard always had perfect technical abilities. Many remember his slalom runs with nostalgia. What is especially amazing is that the card has first touch. Pay attention to this heel touch and smooth turn into a comfortable finesse angle. And overall, besides his flawless first touch, Eden Hazard loved playing one-touch passes with his heel and nutmegging opponents. He also loved finesse shots. Check this long shot with his strong foot. But let us admit, something like this goes in rarely. Overall, silver finesse shots are on par with most cards with similar attributes, meaning from outside the box they fly randomly, but Hawk really helps. Plus, keepers have little chance of stopping such shots inside the box. Add the inside forward ++ roll and you get great positioning inside the box and perfect angles for shooting. All you need is to reward Hazard with the pass and execute the finesse shot. Before moving to passing, let's remember his real-life magic. Yes, fans were right when they said, when Hazard has the ball, be ready for a miracle. Liverpool players will definitely not deny it. And yes, Hazard has first touch, but unlike Di Natale, he does not have trivela. However, this does not stop him from smashing near-post shots with his right. At the same time, Hazard was a team player. He always saw teammates and was never selfish. This year he received the incredibly useful tiki-taka, which is great, but did not receive incisive pass. However, tiki-taka compensates for this well. Moreover, player lock is still available. As you see in this episode, the pass is perfect both in power and accuracy. Time for conclusions. Eden Hazard is the best choice from the new hero player pick. He fits the current meta better and he is simply more enjoyable to play with. Hazard is extremely flexible, he combines fluidity and sharpness. He has explosive R1, good finesse shots and very useful first touch, which works perfectly with his card. Plus he has Trickster with Tiki-Taka and Quick Step as a bonus. Simply put, an amazing set, which makes Hazard one of the best players in his position. Yes, if you have Mbappe, you do not need anyone. But if you have, for example, tradable Vinicius, you may want to think. Vini is faster, but does not have such explosive R1 and does not have Tiki-Taka. So despite the skill moves, we would prefer Hazard. Nico and Rafinha are also faster, but even ignoring R1 is a lefty without trivela, which makes him uncomfortable in finishing inside the box, and the other is quite heavy, and again, without Tiki-Taka. So if you thought about replacing them, Hazard will be a great option. If the video was useful or at least interesting, do not forget to like, subscribe and share this video. This helps the channel and personally us. We remind you that detailed ratings will appear on our Twitter. If you have any questions, write them in the comments, we will try to respond quickly. Thank you for watching until the end and see you in the next videos.